Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome again to the Alabama Bass Nation Tiger Division. We are getting ready to kick off our event this week at Lake Martin. Hope everybody's having a good start of their first of the week and really want to have fun this week as we get ready for hopefully a very pretty weekend of fishing and tournament. Um, we'll start off with getting our media information out. Chris Tate does a great job with our media. If everybody is practicing this week and want to send some pictures to him, we've got the information with his phone number and email. If you would want to email that to him, and he'll be glad to get that posted and get that done for practice and also during tournament day. So you boat captains, if you're not doing anything other than just taking pictures, which that's basically what you should be. Just take some good pictures and send them to Chris, and we'll get those posted. All right. Our next slide. Just starting everything off, really nothing any different than any other tournament that we do. Everybody should know our check-in rule by now. Please make sure at the end of the day that you check in to avoid getting your whole team disqualified. This is an important rule to make sure that we got everybody off the water and that everybody is at least back at the marina and safe and ready to go home. Even if you haven't caught fish, you must check in with our person on the dock. So just make sure we do that. Official practice started this morning at sunrise on Monday morning, and it will end at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. So during this time period, make sure that you are only on the water with participants of the tournament, and also you're not getting any information from anybody else other than people that are participating in the tournament. This is very important that you abide by this and keep this going, like we pride ourselves with having a good quality tournament. So everybody, please abide by it. Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, we will be there at the trailer on the weigh-in pad, ready to do flags. This is when you need to be off the water. Everybody coming in, we'll be getting ready to do that about 4 o'clock. So just check with us there around that time so we can get that done between 4 and 5. If you're not able to check in with us, you can do it Saturday morning. We'll be there shortly, probably a little shortly after 5:30 to 6 o'clock. That way you can pick up for those that were not able to get there on Friday afternoon, that maybe wasn't able to get out of class, get out of school, or get off work to be able to come early. On your registration card, make sure it matches your boat flag that you're assigned, because this is very important that we don't mess up any recordings and your weights and everything. So make sure that that's done. Also, all activities will be taking place at Wind Creek State Park there in Alexander City on Lake Martin. And just make sure that when you come in, also at the guard gate, there is a boat ramp usage fee. So make sure you take care of that when you come in. We're anticipating blasting off, getting the tournament started at about 6:45, just depending on weather, safe light conditions at that time. So that's about our best estimated time right now, is around 6:45. Just make sure that the boat flag is attached to your boat. Most of you are doing a great job. There's just a few incidents where people are putting in their glove box, things along those lines. We need that boat flag attached to the boat in order for us to know which boat you are when you come through boat check, and also need to leave it out during the day so everybody will know that you're one of the participants of the high school tournament. So please do that. Also, make sure your life jackets are attached and zipped when the big engine is running. This includes the boat captains. This is a very important safety measure. We need to make sure that you are abiding by those rules. So make sure your life jackets are on and attached and zipped during those times. Also, keep safe distance between you and other boats during when you're running on the water, and also during fishing times. Make sure you're very courteous to other boaters and your participants by not invading their close proximity while they're fishing. So we need to make sure everyone's doing that. First flight will check in at 2 o'clock as normal, 10-minute increments. In the marina, there is a no wake buoy as you come in. Make sure you're not creating any wake during that time. Also, that is an off limits in the marina, so no fishing allowed inside the marina from the no wake buoy on to the back. So no fishing allowed in there anytime during the day. Size limit at Martin is 12 inches on largemouth, 12 inches on spotted bass. So make sure that you have got that down and understand how to measure the fish. You know, measure it with the mouth closed, the tan fans, and you can pinch it, move it, but just make sure the mouth is closed and the tail somehow crosses the 12-inch line. Um, that needs to happen in order for that fish to be scored and you not get penalized. Again, it's 5 fish per boat. You know, these are just normal rules that we all go by on every tournament. So let's just make sure that we keep doing them. The dock that you check in on will be the same dock that we're doing checkout in the morning. So make sure as you're coming in the afternoon that you check in with our person there, because we'll need to make sure that you're off the water. Also, for this tournament, Scott will not be available, so don't call him during this tournament. This tournament, you need to call myself or Daryl. We'll be the ones answering the phone calls. And if we're busy during the weigh-in time trying to weigh fish, just keep trying us, and we'll try to answer the phone. But during the weigh-in time after 2 o'clock, it's going to be difficult for us to answer the phone. But just call, let us know. And if you have really any emergencies, of course, you need to dial 911 first, then call us. This is a water weigh-in. Do not trailer your boats and then come weigh in. Do not walk up from the parking lot with fish in your bag or get a bag. We will not weigh those fish. So make sure you are still in the water before you come to the weigh-in. That's a must. You have to do that. You must use one of our bags as well, and make sure that you got a net bag and a water bag when you go back to your boat. Again, this is just the same procedures that you've been doing every tournament, and you should have it down by now. Also, the Remind app at the Tiger Division, please look at that. It's at ABNHS Tiger. Make sure you've got that down in case for some reason we have to send out an important message during the week or during tournament time. So make sure everybody gets registered for the Remind app. Blast off procedures is basically the same that we've always done. In Wind Creek, everybody will be staged behind that first dock. That'll be the last dock going out. Will be the dock that we'll be calling numbers on. I know some of you at this event, at this location, have issues hearing. We'll have the speaker turned up as loud as we can, trying to make sure that everybody hears everything. But if you're in the very back, you'll eventually hear everything we're talking about as you get closer. But just don't worry about it, because we're going to keep repeating the same information over and over. So if you're boat 110, you don't need to be up there. We're boat 10, 11, 12, and 14, 15 of the front numbers. You just don't need to be up there. Go ahead and get in the back, and you won't miss anything. But just make sure you come by that dock. Anglers, do not put your arm out to try to keep the boat from hitting the dock, because you could hurt your arm, and we don't want that happening. But as you come through boat check, please make sure your flag is attached to the boat in a visible area so we can see it and get you checked off. Our ladies are up there checking to make sure you come through. So it's very important that we know that you did leave during checkout that morning, so we'll know that you are in the tournament. Also, make sure your lights are up and running and on. They must be on and running. Even if it's daylight, we need to have those up and on. If not, we'll make you pull off to the side until they are. Live wells must be open and running as well. Life jackets must be on, attached, and fastened. Kill switch must be attached to the driver, and just show it to us as you come by. You do not have to pull it, but just make sure that we can see it. If any of those things are lacking, we'll pull you around to the back until we can get those in working order. Make sure you idle out past the no wake buoy there in the marina before you get started. We don't want you taking off in the no wake zone. Boat captains in the high school division. This is something that all of you should know by now. The only thing that you can do is help cull and manage the fish and verbally teach and instruct the anglers on what to do. You cannot run the trolling motor. You cannot net fish. You cannot handle any rods and reels or any tackle. So make sure you're not standing up in the boat holding a rod. When somebody comes around the corner, they'll see you, they're going to report you, and I have no other alternative but to disqualify you. Even if you were just getting out a bird nest of the reel, I can't know that for sure, but if you get caught holding a rod like that, you will get disqualified. So make sure you're not handling any of those tackle or any of the rods during the tournament. All right, once you get checked in, when you come in the afternoon, of course, the regular procedures apply. Just tie up, come get a bag, put your fish in a bag, come on up to the weigh-in. That way we can get you checked in there and get your fish counted and get them weighed. Again, of course, spend time with the MC as far as thanking everyone. And we'll have, some picture opportunities at the back of the trailer. We'll can get your parents to take pictures back there if they would like. Most likely there will be a lot of fish caught at this tournament, so we may have to go a little faster than we normally do, because a lot of times 95% of the anglers catch fish at this tournament, and we need to get them all weighed in and everything and back in the water, so we may have to speed things up as far as that goes. But we do want you to take pictures at the back if you just do it in a very quick manner so we can get the pictures pictures taken and the fish back in the water. All right, the next slide just shows how the traffic flow will go in the morning. There's two ramps. The bigger ramp is actually located over next to the store, even though there's not much parking over there. That's a wider ramp. Sometimes it's even easier to see from that side. So if you're like me trying to back in early in the morning and it's dark, usually it's a little better lighting over there. So you might want to try that and put in there and just cut across there between the trees on that road to go to the big parking lot. But just look at it while you're practicing during the week and see which one you would like best. But generally the ramp next to the store is usually pretty quick about getting everybody in and out. So just look at that, but feel free to use any of those ramps. But we need to make sure everybody's in the water. We will not be waiting on anybody when it starts blast off time. We will have to begin, and you'll just have to fall in line. All right, the next slide is just showing your staging areas. Everybody, please, if you're, at the top numbers 1 through 10, of course, be up the front. But if you're boat 100, don't get up there in front of everybody. Get on to the back, and I promise we'll get all the information to everybody so they can hear it. But also, you'll see a little no staging area between the docks. Well, why we don't want that is when we start doing a blast off, you cannot get out of there, and we're not going to stop the line to allow you to get out. You'll just have to wait till a gap forms or you get to the end, but do not stage in there. And we'll let everybody know beforehand when we're going to start. So if you are parked in there, docked in there, you can get out, but do not stage in that area where it's on this slide, because you will get hung up and it's hard to get out. Also, you can see where the no wake is on this slide. Just please make sure you are outside that area before you get on pad, and no fishing inside that no wake zone. And that's also the next slide. It says no wake and off limits. That gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, and when you come in at the end of the day, the slide here will show your check-in point. It's on that first dock as you come in. You'll see where that is. We'll have our flag out, and you can check in with the person there. Make sure you check in with that person when you come by. Don't be all the way across the creek trying to yell at them. Come close to the dock so they can hear you and see your flag number and get you checked in. Again, Daryl and myself will be the ones at this tournament, and Jason as well. So those of you that know Jason, feel free to call him as well. But Scott will not be available for this tournament. He is off this weekend. He gets a little vacation weekend from us, so he will not be tied up with us this weekend. So don't call him, but just call myself, Daryl, or you can call Mr. Jason, and we'll get you checked in or get your problem seen about as quick as we can. Everybody, we appreciate your participation with our trail this year, and we're looking forward to having a great weekend. I hope everybody stays safe during the week and during the tournament. And again, if you have any questions, please give me a call or text me. If you're needing registration information, please email the Tiger Division email, and Lindsay will get to that as quick as she can after she gets off work in the afternoons. She usually starts working on those emails at early evening, so please check with her on any registration issues or anything that you need from her. Again, everybody, thank y'all, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend.